Hello everyone, I'm Matt. Today we're going to be working out with our baby. This is great if your baby needs to be held or wants to be held because we'll utilize their body weight. So my boy here, he is about 19 pounds or 9 kilograms and 9 months old. So one thing to note, if your baby's younger, you need to support that head, you need to support that neck. A couple different positions. We can do the standard position against your shoulder. You can do the seated position. You can do the cradle position, or you can do that one upside down. So each workout is going to be 45 seconds with a 15-second break, and we'll do 3 exercises to warm up, and then we'll get into the workout routine. So with that, let's get started.
The first warm-up is a side step or side tap. Basically, we're just tapping one foot, slightly bending the knee, tapping the other. You want your toes pointed slightly outward and your back straight. If you're looking for a little more intensity, you can bend a little bit lower. But again, this is just a warm-up, and we're just looking to get the blood flowing. The next warm-up is high knees, and the way to increase intensity with this warm-up is by bringing your knees higher or increasing the speed. The main thing you want to look out for is if you're holding the baby, obviously watch where your knees are going. The last warm-up is going to be a leg curl, and so again, bring your feet hip width apart and lift one heel towards your butt. The main thing you want to focus on is keeping your back straight. You can bend forward a little bit, but again, you got to keep that back straight. Awesome work, everyone. Now that we're warmed up, let's start with the exercises. First, we'll do squats. Let's keep our feet hip width apart and your knees and toes facing forward and slightly out. We'll bend at the knees and act like we're going to sit back into a chair. Try to keep your knees behind your toes and your weight on your heels. Continue to go up and down. I stayed in a static squat, but feel free to go up and down as we'll be doing squat pulses a little bit later. Now when you're holding weight in front of your body, you might hunch your back. So if this is the case, you can bend forward a little, but make sure to keep your back straight. If the squat becomes too challenging, you don't have to go all the way down, and you can just stand up for a few seconds. Next up is shoulder press. Try to hold your baby by the torso instead of placing all their weight on their shoulders and arms. To increase intensity with the shoulder press, don't go all the way down and keep your arms at a 90-degree bend. Again, try to keep your back straight during this exercise. Next up, calf raises. So go ahead and hold your baby in your favorite position for this one. We're going to stand up straight, push through the balls of our feet, raise the heels until we're standing on our toes, lower, and then repeat. Pulse squats. I told you we had them coming up. For this exercise, we'll bring our baby in front of us and we'll hold a squat while making small pulses up and down. If your baby's weight is getting too heavy, put your baby down, or if they are working on standing, you can hold them by their hands or torso. The deeper you go, the more intense it gets. For the next exercise, we'll be doing a lateral walk. Go to one side of your mat, stand with your feet hip width apart and your knees and hips bent slightly. Leaning forward, keep your back straight and make a step to the side, place your feet together and another step. Repeat the same thing to the other side. Once again, the lower you go, the more intense it becomes. Next, we have a kneeling side ab workout. So let's get down and kneel on our mat. We'll be using our side abdominal muscles, lifting our baby from side to side and letting their feet gently touch the mat. Please be sure to support your baby's head or neck if needed and try to hold their torso to ensure all the weight isn't just on their arms and shoulders. Next up are lunges. We're going to do the left side first, so stand to one side of your mat. You can either step forward or backward with your left foot until your leg reaches a 90-degree angle. Your rear knee should remain parallel to the floor, and your front knee ideally shouldn't go beyond your toes. Come back into the starting position and repeat. For more intensity, do a forward and backward step together instead of standing up each time. Great job! Now we're going to do the lunges on the opposite side. So same thing, just opposite foot. Awesome work. We'll be doing a crunch and lift next, so let's get ready by laying down on our mat. We'll perform a crunch, and at the top we'll lift our baby up in the air and then repeat. Next up is a boat pose. I like to lie on the floor with my knees bent. I brace my abdominal muscles and work my way into the boat pose. Try to keep your shins parallel with the floor, your back straight, and your hips flexed at roughly a 90-degree angle. Your baby can either sit on your shins or lie on their belly on your shins. Hold this position as long as you can, but take a break by lying all the way back if needed. Next we have tricep extensions. We'll continue to lie on our backs for this. To start, your arms should be at a 90-degree angle, and once over your head, your forearms and baby will be parallel with the floor. Only go as far as you comfortably can while holding your baby. For a short break, you can sit your baby on your chest each time. For added fun, put a toy on the floor for your baby to reach and grab. For our next workout, we'll be doing a glute bridge. Continue lying on your back with your knees bent and your feet hip width apart. Sit your baby on your lap, holding it by the torso, and as you exhale, raise your hips and push your heels into the floor. Go back down to the starting position and repeat. To increase intensity, you can do a one-leg glute bridge where you hold one leg in the air and utilize the other to do all the work. Now we have push-ups. You can have your baby underneath you while you do this, or give them a toy to play with. For an easier workout, you can always go down to your knees for this one. Next up is a plank with knee taps. We'll get on our forearms with our elbows in line with our shoulders. Try to keep a straight back and tap one knee at a time to the floor. If the exercise is getting too intense, you can lift your butt a bit, but don't let your stomach drop. You don't want to have a hollow back. Now we'll be doing a glute kickback, which targets the glute, core, and hamstrings. Get on all four with your hands below your shoulders and your knees below your hips. You'll kick your left leg up towards the sky. You can bring your knee to rest on the ground each time, or bring to your chest for an increased workout. Good work. Now we'll do that same workout just on the opposite side. Let's do another shoulder press. Try to hold your baby by the torso to ensure not all the weight is on their shoulders. To increase the intensity, don't go all the way down, stopping around 90 degrees with your elbows. Remember, keep your back straight. Up next are mountain climbers. We'll get into a high plank with your hands under your shoulders and your body and back in a straight line. Lift your left knee towards your chest and back down. Continue with the opposite leg and repeat. You can go as fast as you would like, but just be mindful of your baby. Great work. We have 3 exercises remaining. We'll start with the left side plank. So lie down on your side with your legs straight and feet stacked on top of each other. Place your forearm on the ground under your shoulder and lift hips towards the sky until your spine is neutral. Hold this position for as long as possible. You can go up on your hand instead of your forearm if that's what you prefer. Awesome. Okay, now time for the right side plank. We'll repeat the last exercise just on the opposite side. Last exercise. We'll end on a standard plank. So go onto your forearms or hands and keep your back straight. If this becomes too hard, you can always drop to your knees for a rest.
There we have it, workout complete. Hope you enjoyed it. We were able to utilize our baby for most of the exercises. Plenty of toys to be had during the exercises that we don't need their body weight. They may choose the remote control over toys. It's okay, just keep them supervised. Let me know if you enjoyed this. Subscribe, like, comment. I appreciate the feedback and it motivates me to make more videos. So have a good day. Thanks for watching.